Hey guys, how's it going? Markel here, back with another video. So this is my Insta360 GO 2. This is a great little fun camera. I've had it now since July of 2021. It actually came out in March of 2021, so not quite 2 years for me. This is not a camera that I use every single time I go out, but I have used it quite often. There's a lot of videos on my channel where I have used just this camera only. And I love the size of it, how compact it is. It's about the size of your thumb because it's very inconspicuous when you're out and you're filming and you don't have people feeling nervous or hesitant because they see you with a camera. Most adults, to be quite honest with you, don't even notice this thing. It's usually kids because they can see the blinking light when you turn this on to record. See that light right here, that blue light, and it blinks. Or teenagers, because they're gonna look you up and down. Those are normally the only people who notice it. But overall, for 2 years of having this device, it has worked great. I was out recently in a small city called Carmen, and I got a video coming out to show me in that city and just walking around. I mainly use this camera as I show you an example of that right now, of me walking around with this camera and nobody like paid it any attention. People just walking doing their normal thing. You know, I don't have a big mirrorless camera on a gimbal or DSLR out taking photos. People get uncomfortable usually with stuff like that. So just having this and using it with the necklace, which is pretty much the only accessory I use with this. Again, I like to be inconspicuous when I'm in these small towns. I try not to draw a whole lot of attention to myself. The people are used to you pulling out like a cell phone and using a cell phone to take photos. Even though they know you may be a tourist, you're coming there to visit, you try to be, you know, as respectful, or at least I do, try to be as respectful as I can to people's privacy. They may not want their photos taken. So I just take something like this, which I'm not gonna win any kind of image award. It's not the best quality, but it is good enough for me, for YouTube, for what I do, okay? Now, after 2 years of having this, I really only have 2 complaints when it comes to this device. The first complaint, and the one major complaint I have, is the way that you download the footage from this device to your cell phone. So you have to use Bluetooth. Depending on how many clips you have and the length of the clips, it could take a very long time. The camera could overheat, as well as you could kill your battery. So what I would ask 360 is to add a memory card to this, sort of like what DJI did with the Osmo Action 2. Make this a little bigger, add a memory card. That way you can put this back in and it can download the footage automatically to the memory card. And then you can just take the memory card out without having to use your phone and download the footage and make whatever changes you want to make. That's like one of my biggest downsides, because if something were to happen to this camera, everything that you have on here, you've lost. There's no way to get it back. At least every time you put it back in this case, it could download to the memory card if there was one there, okay? The only other complaint I have is that this 1/4-20 spot right here is just too short. Even though I can put things in here like my tripod from Ulanzi, and I can use this as a selfie stick, whether I'm, you know, holding it out or standing it up on its own. I can use this and blog with, right? If I just wanted to do blogs with this, because it does have decent built-in mics. But this thing will pop off because it is so short going in here. So whether I'm using this from Ulanzi or the long selfie stick that I use with my Insta360 One X2, this is just too short. 1/4-20 is just too short. So I wish that was a little bit longer. But other than that, man, those are my only real 2 complaints. The Insta360 app, I think, is still the best app out of all of these action cameras. And again, this thing is so small, so easily fit in your pocket. You don't really have to take a backpack or anything with you. Just this little setup right here alone is great, okay? I believe these are still going for $299 brand new on Insta360's website for the 32 gig model. I believe that the 64 gig model is $349. Now with 32 gigs, and I'll end it with this, you really only get 26, or is it 27? Yeah, you get 27.8, almost 28 gigs of storage, which is plenty for me because I film in very short clips. I don't do the long FPV, you know, 3 minute, 5 minute. I don't do that. I'll do 30 seconds, maybe up to a minute, and that's it. But then if you were to get this, or someone asked me about this, I would tell you to get the 64 gig model. Obviously you have more room, more memory that you can take advantage of, where this one, you know, 28, 27, 28, I forgot which one it is, 27 or 28, it's plenty for me and for what I do. I can make it through an entire day on this battery. Last thing, battery life has been great. Even though this is not interchangeable batteries, again, I don't use this every single day, so I haven't used it for 2 years straight. But the time that I did go out with it yesterday in Carmen, it worked fine. It never died on me, putting it back in the case, and it doesn't take that long to recharge as well. But that has been it, guys. Hey, I appreciate everybody watching as always. And until the next time, guys, I'm out. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your day.